It's time to teach ya a life of secrets from the mind of Lucretia, defying the creatures and smiting the demons that tend to lie and deceive us. They try to defeat you, but you can beat them if you believe. Welcome to the channel of ample, it's lucid dreams, where the truth is free.
Hey guys, it's Lucid Dream Service in the Higher Minds, back once again doing another video on chapter 13 of Revelations, and today we're covering verse 12. And so today is going to be another short verse because there's not a whole lot to say, obviously, and just like the last video, I'm going to stream 2 videos at once, but I will upload them separately just because that's how I've been doing things because of the playlist I'm making. So yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, so Revelations chapter 13 verse 12 states as follows. He exercised all the authority of the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. This passage is literally revealing to us that this second beast is just as powerful as the first beast that we have already been talking about, the beast that comes from the sea. Okay, so this beast is from the earth. And the fact that this beast is identifying with the ability to be able to heal itself, because it literally said it's able to heal himself like the first one. As the fatal wound of the first beast has been healed, is letting us know that this beast also has those capabilities of self-healing or healing self. So in other words, this is revealing to us that this second beast is using the fake Christ principle. You know, we understand now that he wants to be like Jesus. He is the fake light, you know, and the false Christ. And, you know, a lot of people would consider him as the Antichrist, you know, the coming of or the being, you know, in. So the being that becomes in man. A lot of people think the Antichrist is one being. It's a spirit that jumps people. The first beast carries characteristics of, you know, sloth and anger and wrath, lust, greed and envy, and also gluttony and pride. And the second beast has the same ability as the first beast, because the first beast has given authority to it. So this passage is really letting us know that the second beast exercises all the authority of the first beast. This beast, in addition to that, causes this bodily consciousness to rise up from the earth. So a bodily consciousness within man, within people as a whole, you know. And by doing this, it gives more power. It gives power and rank to the first beast as well. So it's these thought forms that literally take over people. It's their error and delusional thought patterns that literally ruin them. It literally is allowing them to be host of demons. It's these false thought patterns that keep them at a distance from God, and it keeps the beast entering them. The beast has these people due to false and negative thought processes. It's these very thought processes that give the beast strength. You know, you can't, if you don't give something energy to it, then it's not going to continue on. Everything is energy. And so, you know, it's just like if you have a bad situation in life and you continue to give like energy to, you know, somebody that's taking it. Like you're giving this negative energy to somebody. If somebody makes you mad and you react in anger, you're just amplifying the energy of negativity. You're just feeding into it, and it gets more, it's like worse, and it builds and builds and builds until eventually it's going to destruct. There's going to be a self-destruction or a blowout somewhere. A fight, it could get really bad. And so once you understand energy, you understand how to control energy, you understand you're not going to give energy to people. But the beast gets in the mind and he starts taking energy because he takes thoughts. And that's how he grows in power and strength. I know it's super bright out here. I can't even like see the camera hardly. So hopefully we got clear audio. I do have a different sound mic on, so hopefully we're not getting too much wind with that. You know, everything's a learning experience. I got some new equipment I'm playing and dabbling with here. So yeah, I went to the pool, so you know at the end of each of my videos I like to clip in some little just random thing just because I think it's cool to do that for some reason. But yeah, video is fun for me. But I took some videos last weekend when we were at a splash house, or you know, water slide, and man, I got fried, and so did the kids. So I might put that in just for fun at the end of this video, just to show you guys like we totally had a blast, and that's what life's about, right? Just having fun and letting go and spending time with family. But in doing so, man, like they had this wave pool, man, and I was in it for a long time, and like I got so many sun blisters, like fever blister looking, sun poisoning, like, like it was wild. Lips are on fire right now, so yeah. But anyway, continuing on. When the fake Christ principle rises up in bodily consciousness, really this is saying that there's a body of people. It's not just one person. It's many of people that are fallen victim to false thought and wrong error in thinking. And this forms a consciousness, you know, and it's created by the beast. It wasn't created by God. It's this bodily consciousness of wrongdoing and thoughts that really, you know, boost the egos of men, you know. And it's like this: if I believe that I was 100% God, like if I believe that, you know, I know we are a part of God, but there's a difference in saying I am God. And that would be like totally just too much to say. Like, you know, what would give me credit to be God? And a lot of people say that. And no, you're a part of God. You're not God. You know, you're just a spark of Him. And you know, when the consciousness comes back together in the whole, like I said about the fire and the fire pit and the ambers, you know, when you put that fire back into the fire, or those ambers back into the fire, you know, you're gonna have a massive energy, a consciousness. But it takes us all coming together as one. And sometimes, you know, if you're leading in false thought and wrongdoing, negative thoughts and error, you know, you're connecting to the wrong conscious mind. You know, it's just, it's crazy because it happens to everybody. People fall victim. But, you know, if I felt like I was God and I could heal people, you know, a lot of people can heal people. Okay? It's just the higher you rise in vibration and consciousness, the more you have abilities, psychic abilities, the more you understand and connect with higher frequencies, the more you understand that, you know, living off the earth is a holy thing to do. And, you know, healing people could be done through certain lights, certain light frequencies, certain sound frequencies, you know, and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm giving you ancient studies and things like that. So if you have any questions, consult your medical doctor. But, yeah, and generally speaking, there are a lot of people that can heal people. Are you going through God? Are you saying thank you, God? Or, you know, or are you just doing it through your own ego? And if you think you're going to do it without God, then that's an ego boosting idea in your mind, you know. All power and gifts come from God, all strength. Everything in this universe is God. We can't be here without Him. So to be taking it on our own validation, if I heal somebody and lay hands on somebody and people will come to me and like, look, her, she healed, thank you, you know, it's like, no, all thanks goes to God. If you're not hearing a healer say, don't thank me, thank God, you know, then there's a problem. So notice those things within people. You know, all thanks and credit always goes to God, because it ain't me, it's Him who works through me, you know. So keep that in mind. So the fake Christ principle uses, you know, thoughts of all kinds of negative thoughts from all over the place, and it receives the power from that, the energy of those false thoughts. You know, you're building something, you're putting energy into all this false thoughts, so the beast is building and gaining in strength and momentum. So in a way, you know, the first and the second beast, you know, work hand in hand in the deception. Together these beasts encourages our emotions. Sorry, we're cutting some stuff out here, so you'll hear some stuff. It's getting loud. We're actually we're doing all kinds of work, putting up a fence and, yeah, like cutting wood for a deck and things like that. Together, these beasts encourage our emotions, our thoughts, and our actions to conform to a way of error and wrongdoing in life, to have a false perception of reality. And this honestly really is done all by deception of the mind. And we know that there's a lot of corruption in the world, and everything is going through the mind. Joyce Myers is a popular known preacher. She's a woman, and she speaks of the mind as a battlefield. She has a book on it. I haven't read the book, but I have watched her videos, and you know, she just nails it, because you know the beast and Satan enters here, and this is also where God enters, right here. So don't be deceived by, you know, the false Christ or someone who's performing miracles like Jesus did. If you see somebody walking earth in the pattern of Jesus, you know, and taking credit as if he is special, you know, it's the false Christ. It's the fake consciousness. Don't let it take you. It's hard. It's hard to discern. And the Bible says at the end times, you know, even preachers will be deceived. You know, there's a fine line. And just remember, as Christians, we enter the narrow path through Jesus Christ, who saved us on the cross. We don't have to make sacrifices. He was sacrificed lamb. You know, he sacrificed his life for us. And I honestly feel that God would have ruined our earth. I think he would have ended our earth then, because it was so he was tired and fed up with it. But he saved it. Jesus came to save it, and it's through him, you know, that we are at the footstool of God. We are at the footstool of Jesus. Jesus, it's up to him who comes in heaven, you know, and so it's important to acknowledge him. And so, yeah, I'm gonna pause this for a second, start the next video here shortly. Probably be in the same clothes even, since this was such a short video. But yeah, I will be uploading this shortly after. Maybe if I don't do it today, again, I will upload the next one tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining Surfacing the Higher Minds. Much love and peace.